What's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Topics with Becky. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. I just want to tell you guys it is a true honor being here, giving you guys advice, just hoping that this helps you heal your own life and that you're able to take back the power and make the decisions that are best for you instead of giving your power away to everybody. All right, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about jealousy. So I noticed this is something that has been reoccurring in my own readings, as well as just some things that I've noticed popping up in, like on TV and things like that. And so I want to bring this up because I think it's just an important topic to talk about. And I think I maybe have a couple other videos in regards to this, but there's always something else to learn about it, right? I think something that we don't talk about in regards to jealousy is that why are people jealous of others, right? Like, why do you see somebody and you think that you need to be where they're at rather than being where you are on your journey? And it's because you're comparing yourself to that person. That's what true jealousy comes down to. It's saying that you're not good enough, like to do what that person's doing. You're not prepared enough. You're not as skilled enough. You're not as talented enough as that person. And oftentimes we'll see people who rise to the top. You'll see them become super successful in such a short amount of time. And you're like, that person just got everything handed to them. They're so lucky. And I think the thing is that you forget what work goes in, or you don't see what work goes in behind the scenes. And so jealousy begins to take place. So how can we come into a space of not comparing ourselves to others and seeing ourselves as the unique individual that we are? First, you have to start loving yourself. The only way to see yourself in the eyes of the divine is to start loving yourself like the divine loves you. Right? It's not about sitting here and saying, oh, that person's better than me, or that person has more than me, or that person doesn't know what I've experienced in life. And you're right. But equally so, all those things you don't know about that person, you only see with your two eyes. You're not seeing the deeper side of things, right? You don't know if that person suffered abuse. You don't know if that person has suffered, loss or just whatever physical ailments or anything like that. It's like you only learn about that when those people talk about it, right? And you hear stories like that all the time, and you hear people talk about how inspiring they are. But when you don't hear those stories from everybody, and not everybody has to share those, then there's this sense of, I gotta be where that person is, or they took what was rightfully mine. Yeah, you've never met this person face to face, and you're not sure of anything about their lives. So it doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense exactly why people would feel this way. And the reason that they feel this way, hold on just a second. Okay, so we're fighting. We're fighting this view of seeing others as on a pedestal. You're putting them up in a place that they don't belong. You're not seeing them as your equal because they have a different life than you have, or they appear to be enjoying their life in a certain way. Right? And you're like, well, I want to do that. So I posted a video, and it should be up before this video. I posted a video on what do you want people to say about you at your funeral? And I bring this up in this video because I think it's so imperative. When we start to think about what it is that we want to do with our lives, it actually takes the view off of what other people are doing with their lives. If you see somebody that has an amazing hustle, and you're mad because they have an amazing hustle, maybe instead of being upset about it, look at what that person's doing and try to mirror what that person's doing. And even if you can't keep up with them, try to do what's best for you and make strides from where you are now. I used to say, thank you for giving us another day to be blessed, another day to be better. But it's not about being better. It's just about showing up. There's this saying that says, even if you're moving slow, you're still moving slower than the person on the couch. But see, the people who are on the couch are the ones that are the most jealous because they refuse to make a change. And they feel like they don't have a choice, or like no matter how hard they work, that they don't have the power to do so. Well, don't you think that anybody that is successful had that viewpoint? Everybody does. We all fight that. I did. I went for years. I didn't start this journey until I was in my 30s. Right? Like, it's not like I just one day woke up and was magically like, this is what I'm going to do. Like, I fought tooth and nail to get here. It's a struggle. But then one day it like clicked for me after just showing up and continuing to show up. And no matter how hard it was, I still just showed up. Even if I only gave 10%, I still showed up. And then it became easier. And then things became more accessible. And then I started understanding the world around me a little bit better. And then I started to expand. And all of that plays a part on this journey. You can't just expect that you show up on day one and be where you think you need to be somebody else's day 50,000. You know, like that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, you can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 30. Like, it doesn't work that way. And I used to do the same thing, you know, especially when it came to losing weight. I was gaining weight. I would read all these things, you know, like, and I'd see all these women who were so in shape and so fit and so beautiful. And I was just like, why can't I be like that? Like, it was just like, I just expected it to be mine. And then one day I was like, it's not ever going to come if I'm just sitting around doing nothing. It was one reason why I started the 90 for 90. And for those of you that don't know about that, that's okay. It's on one of my other social media platforms. But it was why I started that. Because I was like, I made this determination. If I could show up for 90 days, I think I could make a change in my own life. And I did. And showing up for that 90 days, I was like, okay, now let me do it for another 90 days. Now I've got 6 months under my belt. Okay, well, I've got 6 months under my belt. Let me show up for another 6 months. After that 6 months, I was like, well, now let me show up for another year. I'm about to hit 3 years of working out. Do I look perfect? By no means, no. But I started at 500 pounds, guys. Do you think it was easy? No. But I would compare myself to everybody else and be like, why can't I be there? Why can't I be at 110 pounds? Why can't, first of all, I don't think 110 pounds would fit on my frame anyways. I'm really tall. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, those are the questions that you ask yourself. And the thing is that it's all a comparison. It's all a comparison. I would see other women who were skinny and I'd be like, man, this is the thing, I wouldn't have a narcissistic boyfriend if I was skinny like that. That doesn't matter. The way you look doesn't matter. Okay, none of it matters. Where you're at right now, none of what has happened up until this moment matters. And that's why jealousy is it's a huge topic. And I feel like this is something that I could go into a lot more depth on rather than just a 10 or 15 minute video, right? Because it's such a huge topic. There's so much going on. There's so many people that are struggling with it. And it's like, you have to understand the only reason that you truly feel jealousy is because you see in that person what also resides within yourself. So if you start to change your viewpoint on it and say, you know what, if I'm jealous because I see myself in this person, even though I'm not where they're at, then doesn't that mean that you can get to that point? Now, I didn't say it'll come tomorrow. I didn't say it'll come in a week, in a year, in 5 years. But if you've been sitting and doing nothing up until this point, wouldn't it be worth it just to show up and see what's possible? Don't be mad about where another person is. And you can't change everybody. Like, this video isn't going to change everybody and make them understand not to be mad about whoever, myself or other YouTubers or other social media influencers. It's not going to change that because everybody thinks it's stroke of the luck. But really, if you talk about any successful people in the world, they all had to work. You know, I think about Napoleon Hill, the man who wrote Think and Grow Rich. When Andrew Carnegie talked to him, he said, are you willing to work for 25 years? Let that sink in for a minute. 25 years. He was already, I think when he started the book, he was nearing 30. And he was like, you know what? If it's going to do what you say it's going to do, then I'll do that. Like, his story is phenomenal, but you see now the proof of what it is that he's done because he's already gone and passed. His life is gone. That's what I'm saying. People think this stuff happens overnight, but it doesn't. It doesn't. What you see is a finished product, but in the end, it's really not a finished product. You know, I was watching the show with Dad. It's the Ultimate Beastmaster, and we were watching, Ninja Warrior. And I think about the people on there. You know, people are like, oh, I want to do that. You know, it's something that I wouldn't mind doing one day too, but I know it's going to take a long time. And it's a goal. It's a goal. It's okay to have goals, right? But you think about those people. Do you think that they just started working out 3 months before they went into that? No, like, these people are professional athletes, and some of them still cannot complete the course. You see, not everybody is meant to go all the way, but when you make a choice to change in this now moment, you have the opportunity to change your life. So what if you don't impact millions of people? If you impact the 10 people that have been around you your entire life, isn't that something? If you impact you, isn't that something? Or after you watch this, you could go back and do what you were doing before and do nothing about it until the next time comes when it triggers you. Jealousy is just a trigger. It's a trigger in your spirit asking you to get up and do something. But what choice are you going to make? You have a choice. You just have to decide to make the choice. And doing nothing is still making a choice. That's what I have for you guys. Thank you so very much for joining me on this video. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Until next time, guys, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other again. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.